Wow, hello. How's it going? It's me, your girl, twitch.tv/LSMoonbar. And today, we're gonna continue Evil Under the Sun. What's up, Soreness? What's up, Aqua? Hope you are doing well. Yeah, it's probably best to just kind of like relax. I'm excited for game tonight. I'm really excited. I hope we do play. Ember was looking to see who was ready for game earlier, and I saw that you responded that was your plan for the night too. So we're just kind of waiting on fried chicken, right? Fried chicken, not fried. Ooh. Wow, my throat is starting to feel funny. I don't know if it's because I like inhaled dust yesterday or what. Was drinking dust. Mixed it into my water. Was messing with a lot of it. Turns out that you're supposed to clean your PC, and that's something that I forget and fail to do, which is probably why my PC reaches those temps. So I cleaned it out, and it's been performing a lot better. So much fucking better. And I just gave it like a surface clean. I need to get some like compressed air and like really get in there. To the point where I was like, damn. Maybe I should drop the goal for the new cooler and get an air compressor cheaper instead. And just remember to fucking clean it, and it'll be fine. You can get like a thing for like $30. You can get like an air compressor for like $30, or just buy a can. Either one. I was looking at the goal, I'm like, damn. Maybe I should research some numbers. So I started researching numbers. And I'm like, the cooler that I'm looking at versus the cooler that I actually have, you're fucking right. You're correct, actually. I was taking a sip of water. My throat was starting to get a bit scratchy. Versus the cooler that I actually have. Like, the stock Wraith. It's barely an improvement, and it's like 70 fucking bucks. I would have to go a little more pricey to see an improvement. At which case, just fucking clean the CPU and stop panicking, you idiot. So honestly, I could take that $6 that Cabot sent me, pick up a can of air, and probably go to town on it, and it will be fine. And I don't really need to change that, like, at all right now. We can keep the goal up though for like the SSD, but that would be $70 less than the cooler. So I'm like debating that in my mind right now. I'm looking at other coolers. Maybe I could find something within the same price range that will be more effective. Because there are other brands. When I was doing some research, I noticed that there are some cheaper brands that ran better. Could also alternatively buy a few more fans and keep the fans clean for a fraction of the price that I would spend on the cooler. So there are some options, and all of the ones that I'm leaning toward right now is I don't actually need the cooler, and I may have panicked a little bit because my baby was dying, and my baby was dying mostly because of my neglect. I need to really drive it home here that I do not treat Chi-Chi the same way I treat the You would think it's so hard. You gotta open the panels, and then you gotta deal with all that fucking dust. Whack. Gross. Chi-Chi's so easy. I just throw her in the sink and turn the water on. She thrashes about so much that she just fucking cleans herself. I love you, Chi-Chi. She's looking at me like, what the fuck? Chi-Chi's also way cheaper than the computer. The computer is at least like 20 pounds. That shit sucks. Chi-Chi's like 2. Chi-Chi's like 2 pounds. But yeah, that is a fair one to consider. $2 for a can that you'll probably get like a few uses out of every other month. Depending, you're probably not going to go through a whole can. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really think about that. So yeah, I'll lower that probably later. I'll do a little bit more research, see if there is a cooler. Probably use a can or two a year at most. Also, Chi-Chi only 2 pounds. She's like actually 5, like 5 or 7, I think. I have her paperwork somewhere of her last checkup, and she's not any bigger. She was probably like 7 pounds, maybe 7 pounds when wet. Chi-Chi's fucking tiny. You don't understand. You don't understand how tiny Chi-Chi is. Chi-Chi is small. Chi-Chi is very little. Chi-Chi is so little. Chi-Chi used to get bullied by a dog her fucking size with 1 less leg than her. Chi-Chi ain't shit. Anyone can bully Chi-Chi. Anyone can bully Chi-Chi. Korak probably weighed less than Chi-Chi did. I can't remember how big Korak was. Oh god. But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. That's kind of why I was late, because I was doing a little bit more research and like looking into things. So for now, I'm definitely gonna say that that cooler is not it. That is not the solution to my problem. I definitely need to do more testing. Also, I'm looking at temps right now while streaming, and I'll be looking at temps tomorrow because I think Midnight Suns is a little more intensive. And our temps are like not as low as I'd want them to be, but in decent spots right now, you know, after a cleaning, to where it's really not a problem, like, at all. The PC is not about to shut down. It's not in imminent course of shutdown. What is a problem is that SSD, though. That SSD does have to go. I need to stop being fucking annoying and procrastinating on that and get rid of that already. Years ago, I used to have a three-legged cat named Hanson. My, like, 6-year-old cousin named him that after the band. He was the sweetest cat in the world. He technically belonged to my aunt and cousin while I was living with them in an attic apartment they had. But he stayed up there with me up there instead of with them. Aww. Are they still around? That's cute. Hi, good night, Muffin. Rest well, Muffin. Hello, Aqua. Hey, Aqua, are any of my tools ready to, like, pick up? I should stop procrastinating and, like, get into the game because I have, what, 3 hours before stream? Probably get, like, through an act in 2 hours. Not yet? Okay. If you see it, don't be afraid to come in here and be like, Alcy, go pick up your fucking tool. God damn it. Because I have it open and I'm looking at it, but I can easily, you know. Yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna do. 15 years ago, so probably not. Sadly, he was super sweet. Like, gallop down the hall to meet folks. But because he was missing a leg, he'd do it at an angle and run into the... Oh! Oh! Korok seemed... So, my friend Ashley Arcade here on Twitch, you could probably go over to her channel sometime and, like, tell her I sent you and tell her that you want to see Korok. Because you heard about this dog. This dog is so cute. That dog was very well coordinated. That dog was great. That dog was so cool. This dog is like the same fucking size as Chi-Chi, with one less leg, and he would bully the shit out of her. She was afraid of him. It was great. Chi-Chi's not good around other animals, and by not good, I don't mean that she'll fight them. She's just, like, to herself and afraid, you know? Because she doesn't really get, like, around other animals often. Because I'm not very social, so obviously my dog isn't very social either, you know? But she got along with Korok. Puppy Aries was born with one eye. He runs into shit all the time. Oh, the baby! I love that. That's so cute. No. It's cuddly good friend. Aww. Send pics. Send pics. Also, go eat. Eat listening. What time did you sleep last night? Alright, so... for now... At least 7? Oh, hell yeah. Okay, cool. So you went to bed at 7. So you changed your thing a bit, right? I had a cat named Fritz. Permanently cross-eyed and as a result had no depth perception. He would run into things and would try to grab your clothes for attention. We didn't know how close you were, so he'd be waving his paw at you from across the... No! Oh, no! Oh, the baby! Fucking confused! Fucking confusion! What a confused ass fucking cat! Oh no, the baby! That's fucking cute. No, I'm so sorry, cat. So we've been live for a little bit. And I'm going to be looking at it tomorrow too, but let me look at temps. So like I have stream open, the emulator open, and a game and a bunch of tabs, and after the cleaning, post-cleaning, shit's fine. We're barely raising in temps. Like at all. Barely above 50s. Very low 60s. Yeah, no, we're fine. We are fine. Things are fine. A more thorough cleaning of everything, and we're good. Maybe an extra fan or two. This cooler is, in fact, overkill for the minimal amount. So we're gonna say 100. Because the SSD is like... And I'll still do some research. Like I said, see if I can find another one a little cheaper. So we'll say 100. So we have some wiggle room on that. And of course, cans of air or whatever. And that's the goal. And I'll probably adjust that price again to make it even lower. Do not need that much. Boop. We'll say thermal paste, right? There. There you go. That's it. I was looking at it and I was feeling so bad. I'm like, this is so expensive. For something that seems like a non-issue now. Let me close out a couple of tabs here that I don't need, and we'll actually get started on the game. Hi. Let's jump right into this. I love the little like purr of confusion from the cat. I fucking love that. The cat's name was Fritz. Duh. I wish I could have met you, Fritz. You sound fucking adorable. You wouldn't have any pictures of Fritz, would you? It's like around.
Well, Hastings, how does your investigation go?
Oh, fine. No problems at all, old man.
Where
I
did
am
we
glad to
leave
hear that, my friend.
off? I'm forgetting where we left off. I think we're going to be going to the murder scene. I think that's what we're doing. Oh yeah, there we go.
It is precisely 11:40 when the rowboat with Patrick Redfern at the oars and Emily Brewster in the bow rounds the headland into Cutter's Cove.
Hello? Who's that?
Oh no!
It looks like Mrs. Marshall.
So it does.
We don't want to land here, do we?
Oh, plenty of time.
That's odd. Why is Mrs. Marshall lying in the shade?
Why wouldn't you lie in the shade? To like relax, maybe?
Hello, Elena?
Nice jump! Action scene, baby! Nice fucking hop. You could have just stepped off of the boat, buddy. You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. She did it. She jumped off the boat, no problem. She walked off. Old picture of Fritz. I love.
Senses something. The body. The
Oh
way it
shit,
lies.
she's face down.
There is something unnatural in the angle of the outspread arms.
Elena?
Monsieur Redfern too, he hesitates. And then...
Oh, she's dead.
No. Elena! No!
Is she?
She's dead! Oh, God. She's been strangled!
How can you tell?
Elena!
How could you tell from like a back shot? Is there something around her
I
neck?
was in my room, as yet unaware of the tragedy.
Okay, he's unaware of what's going on, as Poirot probably would be. Understandable. Just kind of chilling. An old one, it's in... Okay, it's an animal posting. Let's see. Yo, a kitty! That's so old. That cat is so old. God damn. Yo, I could totally see that cat doing that shit. That cat does not know where that picture is being taken from. That cat is so fucking confused. That cat is unaware. No. Nothing there. I guess our objective that we should follow would be to make the way to the scene of the murder. Just kind of like go over there and see people gathered around, confused, surprised Pikachu face, and also go in there, surprised Pikachu face. Of course. Do they know what happened yet?
Please, not now, Monsieur Poirot. My wife is too distraught to speak.
Distraught about what? We weren't there. We don't know what happened. I mean, I guess we know. Like, me and chat know. But Poirot doesn't know what the fuck's going on. Poirot has to fucking
What
climb
are you
now.
thinking, Hastings? Poirot, he does not climb up and down the ladders?
Yeah, but you gotta if you want to know what's going on, Poirot. How are you gonna know? Yeah, Poirot really can't make it over there, can he? Is there gonna be people here? Okay, here we go.
Mr. Poirot!
Hi.
There you are!
Yes.
Mademoiselle, what has occurred?
It's Mrs. Marshall. Mr. Redfern and I found her in Cutter's Cove. She's been strangled.
Mademoiselle, may I ask you a question?
Certainly.
Can you row me?
Can you row me to Cutter's Cove?
Mr. Poirot, after your efforts to find Millie's killer, I'll row you any time you like. You need only ask me. Climb in.
Oh, hell yeah. Poirot, you can't row? Why can't Poirot row? I know why Poirot won't row. Funny ass little Belgian man. Hey, his name is Poirot. Why can't he row? Why can't he row? That's a long ass letter.
Poirot, at last. Listen, you know how strapped I am right now with the evacuation, the Home Guard, and now 5th columnists. If you could leave the investigation, I would be in your debt.
I will help in any way I can, my friend.
Thank you. You just missed Dr. Neasden, the coroner. My men have done a cursory search of the cove. We'll be back shortly to collect the remains and with equipment to do a better job.
Who
Called
called
you.
you?
George Strum, bathing beach attendant, showed up on my doorstep. Miss Brewster sent him. As luck would have it, Neasden was with me, so we came right over.
What could Dr. Neasden tell you about the time of death?
What could Dr. Neasden tell you about the time of death?
He put the time of the murder at somewhere between 11:15 and 12:20, just before Redfern and Miss Brewster showed up.
The cause of death was strangulation?
Oh yes, no doubt about that. The handprints are very clear on the neck. Neasden may be able to tell us more after the autopsy, but it's pretty clear a very strong pair of hands did that to her. That's all I have for now. Poirot, I hate to drop this thing in your lap like this.
Do not concern yourself, my friend.
Look around all you like. Make sure everyone knows you speak with my authority. I'll do a background check on everyone on the island. I should have a report for you at the police station later this afternoon.
Thank you, Colonel.
Okay, can we look at the body? That blood?
Hello, something was dumped here. What does it smell like, Poirot?
What's it smell like?
Coffee.
Coffee. What flavor of coffee, though? What scent? What variety? You have to do better for me than coffee. Poirot. You have to do a little better than just coffee. I'm gonna be honest. What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that?
Elena's coffee flask.
If the coffee is spilled here, why was the flask over there? Can we open it? No, not really. Okay, okay. I like how we're just taking, like, you know, stuff from the scene of the murder. Take the hat.
This is certainly significant.
The hat is?
You aren't going to look at her face, are you?
The investigator of murder cannot be squeamish, Hastings.
Still, if you assure me of the facts, there isn't any real need, is there?
What?
As you
No, we gotta look.
I state categorically that Mrs. Marshall was strangled to death by a very powerful pair of hands.
So we're not gonna look at her face. Okay.
Mrs. Marshall was strangled to...
I wonder if they showed her face in the PC port, but because this is like the Wii port, the port on the family friendly console, that they kind of like, you know, toned it down a bit.
What? Oh, Poirot.
Yes. Hello.
May I put to you some questions, Monsieur Redfern? How did you and Mademoiselle Brewster come to be rowing together?
I asked Miss Brewster if I could join her.
Why did you do that? Monsieur Redfern, there is no longer the luxury of playing the little games. Now is the time for truth.
Elena and I were accustomed to swimming together each morning. When I didn't see her on the beach, I went looking for her. She wasn't at the hotel. I saw Miss Brewster getting the rowboat ready. That's when I got the idea that if we rowed around the island, I might find her, Elena. I offered to row first. We set off.
What time did you arrive here?
Sometime before 12. I don't know exactly.
Tell me what you thought when you saw Mrs. Marshall.
Well, I was put out of muscle. I couldn't understand why she hadn't left. I couldn't understand it at all. I rowed for the beach. I wanted to find out what she was doing.
What happened after the boat beached?
I called out to her, but she didn't answer. She just lay there. I went over to her. There was something strange. She was so still. I knelt beside her, touched her hand, then her arm. She didn't react at all. Then I lifted her hand. My God, her face. It was dark, mottled. There was marks, handprints on her neck.
Steady.
I'm sorry. She was so beautiful. How could anyone spoil that?
Real quick, can I ask how audio is doing? Is this just a funny thing on my end, or are they sounding kind of robot in this area? Audio is sounding a little weird, isn't it? Did anyone were talking about LARPs up in that area? I found a really cool looking full immersion on night cyberpunk LARP in the area, and I was like, cool, looks neat. Then I saw ticket price $1,000 fucking dollars. Where? Here? Near me? What the fuck? How many fucking lifetimes is it? Is it per night you go? When you say on night, do you mean one night? How long is it? 24 hours? Are you? What do you fucking mean one night? $1,000? What are you talking about? Do they fucking like build you gear in the moment? Are you like, what is happening? Your costume is built on site. They provide actual implants. Super high production value, dozens of paid actors, etc. But still. Oh my god. It's a LARP for fucking rich people. I would not go. I can't do that. Holy shit. I'm late. Did I miss all that much? We found the scene of the murder. That's pretty much it. We didn't really do much yet. You did miss me lowering the price and deciding that of our goal, and deciding that maybe the cooler wasn't necessary. I did some research and I found out that my cooler and that cooler that I was looking at, it's kind of like both the same-ish. And I could probably go either cheaper on a cooler or just keep this one clean. Like, temps are entirely fine right now. But you did not miss much, no. Funny as fuck, opening up their trailer they have on YouTube for the LARP, and the first friend that I see is a fucking friend of mine. No way! Someone you know?
Who went for
Fucking amazing.
Miss Brewster, I had this idea. I wanted to protect Elena. It's stupid, I know. She was beyond anyone's protection. I sat near her, then couldn't take that anymore, and came over here and waited until the police arrived.
Is there anything you saw or thought that might help us?
How are you doing,
I'm
Cabot?
sorry.
Hopefully well.
Let me think.
Take your time.
There was one thing. I heard a noise while I was still over near Elena.
What was it?
A clatter on the rocks near the ladder. Something falling. Not a rock, though. Something light.
I may have more questions for you later.
What is this? What was that? I just kind of picked that up and I didn't even like look at it. What was it? A LARP buddy of mine is an editor for a very big magazine that I'll leave unnamed for doxing purposes, and flies all over the country as a result for work. Gets into LARPs literally everywhere she goes. Nice. She was the first character pictured in the trailer. That's fucking funny. Whose pipe is this? So, you didn't miss much. We made it to the scene of the murder. She was strangled to death. Miss Marshall, the person who a lot of people seem to dislike for whatever reason, or were obsessed with, the famous person. And we just found the pipe at the scene of the crime.
Poirot will not be climbing up the ladder.
That's really cool. That's cool. Your friend. Have you interacted with them at all recently?
Torn piece of green fabric. The same color as Arlena Marshall's hat.
Wait, so is this a hat piece? Oh my god, it is a piece of her hat. Interesting. Was she dragged from over here? What's in here?
That mud looks like it was placed there deliberately. And there's something shiny underneath. That mud looks like...
How do we get it?
That mud looks...
Clean that, Poirot. Clean it. Just get rid of the mud.
Does nothing stop
No, I think...
that you... I confess that you...
Fair enough, Poirot. I guess that I shouldn't do that. Poirot wouldn't touch that filthy mud. What do we do with it then? Scrape it away? Fucking scrub it with the spatula? Let me see if I still got it. Eh. 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 Eh.
I say,
Hell yeah.
a six-sided metal receptacle hidden by the mud. The mud must have been applied fairly recently, and the metal looks shiny, almost new. And that shape, it reminds me of something. It's like the receptacle for a winch handle you find on the masts of some sailboats to winch the sail up and down.
Oh, spatulate that mud. Yeah, we got
I
it.
say, a six-sided and that shape.
So we know someone who has a sailboat, actually. We might be able to deal with that. We don't have the answer to that right now, but we can come back.
Looks like it does.
What is this?
A smash bottle with a bit of fluid left in it.
And the fluid has the distinctive odor of an expensive perfume.
Expensive perfume? Interesting. Is that it from here? We spatulated the shit out of that mud, I'll tell you what. That mud had no chance.
Can we speak?
So I guess now we leave. And we go find the person who has the
I
boat.
would like to put to you the questions, if I may.
Of course.
How did you and Monsieur Redfern come to be rowing together?
After you saw me at Rocky Bar, I changed and was about to set out on my morning row when Mr. Redfern asked if he could join me.
What time did you arrive?
What time did you arrive here?
We arrived on the beach at 11:45. We must have come in sight of the cove 5 minutes before that.
Tell me what you thought when you saw Mrs. Marshall.
Nothing at first. I assumed she was sunning herself.
And then?
Well, the first thing I noticed was she was lying as if she was sunbathing, but she was in the shade of the cliffs. Then, when Mr. Redfern called out and she didn't answer, that felt odd too. Once we were out of the boat, I could tell there was something unnatural in the way she was lying. Her arms.
So I noticed that the audio was a little weird in that other area where the body is. Something's wrong with the audio there. Something about that area the game does not like, but everywhere else has been kind of fine.
What time was this?
He wanted to row right round the island, so I checked my watch. It was not quite 11:30.
Did Monsieur Redfern often accompany you?
No, this was the first time. If you ask me, he was looking for Mrs. Marshall. He volunteered to take the oars first.
What happened after the boat beached?
Mr. Redfern and I approached Mrs. Marshall. I could see he thought the situation wasn't right as well. He knelt beside her, touched her hand, then her arm, then he started to lift her hat. He saw her face and cried out.
Who went for help?
I did. We both knew someone had to. I'm not the kind of woman who'd ever admit to feeling fear, but I was secretly thankful when Mr. Redfern offered to stay with the body.
I understand
Oh,
perfectly, mademoiselle.
FIFO error.
You must have reproached yourself. Is there anything you saw or thought that might help us?
No, I don't believe so. Yes, there is something. She was strangled, just like Millie and the other woman, Alice Corrigan. 3 women strangled in South Devon within a few months of one another. Can that be just coincidence?
Anything is possible, mademoiselle. But I will agree the coincidence in this case seems highly unlikely. I may have more questions for you later.
Of course.
huh. That is something to think about, isn't it? We're investigating the death of Millie, a student who got strangled to death. there is another death in the same vein by the same killer. And now, in the same area, someone here got strangled to death. Very
I may have more
interesting.
questions for you later.
Of course.
But can you roll me back now? Question mark. That is my question. That is in fact my question. I guess we can't really leave. We're kind of here for a bit, which is fine.
Give me a few.
They need a few minutes. Yeah, the audio here in this area specifically, something's wrong.
I'm really not in the...
Is there anything else over
Hold the
here for us to kind of look at? No, not really. Now, what about over here? Is there anything left in here? I can't do anything with this just yet, can I? Let me see. This isn't the kind of thing, no?
Your current course.
No, this is a wrench. This would be for like a bolt or something. We need like another kind of wrench of some kind, like a... Yeah, I don't particularly think there's anything I can do right now with this. Or in here at all. So how do I get her to take me back?
I may.
Of course.
Maybe I need to look at the body somewhere?
Give me a few minutes.
Mrs. Marshall, what? Mrs.
She was strangled to death.
Mrs. Marshall.
How about her arms? Because they mentioned her arms in the way she was lying.
Mrs. Marshall.
No. It's
Hello,
coffee.
something was...
Coffee. This is.
I can't do anything with the hat. Can I, like, match the fabric to it? Oh, it's a different color.
This is neither the.
Oh, that's a different color. That is not the same color, like, fabric strip. Is it? No, that's not the same color of fabric strip, is it? This is more of green. This is like a bluish color? Can I, like, sample the coffee, maybe? Maybe does the coffee taste the same? I don't know.
You.
I'm kind of just throwing ideas out here because I don't know.
I may
Of course.
We cannot row back. So what can we do? More investigation of the scene? Can I, like, puzzle piece these? These look like a puzzle. Right? Don't they? They look like puzzle pieces.
Hasty.
It's the fabric. This is the pipe. Was there something else to grab over here just now? No. Poirot doesn't climb. The fabric was all that was there. We got the item from here.
I say, and that shape.
I don't have anything to do with this, right? Spatula that shit, no?
I say, and that shape.
Shovel it. Shovel it. No, no, shovel it.
Ice, and that shape.
Poirot.
I'm not really sure of anything else that we should or could be doing.
I'm afraid.
He doesn't want to talk. He doesn't want to talk.
I really can.
We can't leave.
Can we speak a little less?
Can I look at the body again? I don't know. Maybe there's something else that I can do.
Mrs. Marsh. Mrs.
She was strangled to death.
This is.
I can't take the hat.
This is. This is.
That's significant, but I can't take the hat. I can't look in the coffee. I couldn't use coins to operate the thing, could I? No, right?
Hello.
Coffee.
Am I fucking stuck? Like, I don't understand. Am I stuck? Is there something I'm missing? Maybe I wasn't supposed to come over here yet. I don't know.
There's nothing.
I say, and that
Nothing else on the floor, nothing else on the walls, nothing else, nothing else. And I can't ask her to roam me right now either.
I may.
Of course.
I may have.
Of course.
Can I give them the fabric? No. The glass shards? I can't give them any of this.
Poirot.
Going back to the flat, maybe?
Well, Hastings? Oh, I am glad.
Perform a thorough investigation of the murder scene. I guess. How much more thorough can we get? I'm not being thorough enough. Can we flip her? I don't think we could flip her. They don't want to show us her face. Look at her body again.
Mrs. Marsh.
Strangled.
Mrs. Marsh. This is.
That's significant, I guess.
This is certainly sig.
Can I somehow take? I gotta check on her. I gotta check her vitals. Hold on. No. Maybe we take something. Maybe we dig. I don't know. Cut the. We have scissors. Can we cut the ribbon? Take it with us. Okay, there we go.
I'll just snip a piece of the fabric from the hat.
So now we can compare the two pieces of fabric.
Pardon, Hastings.
This is the fabric that we cut from the hat. This is the fabric that we found from the hat. And these colors are similar.
I really can't talk.
Hi, Adora. We didn't really do much, so you haven't missed
I'm
much,
afraid I
if
need some
anything.
time to.
So welcome in. How are you, bunny?
Can you row me back to the bathing beach?
Of course. Would you like to leave now?
Yes, please.
Yes, thank you.
So now we have the thing back and forth, which is good. We're gonna want to figure out if we can find the tool. We did an investigation of the crime scene. Test various substances that may relate to the murder. I guess the pipe, whatever was in the pipe. What a vague thing. Go test substances that are related to the murder. The glass shards and the pipe, possibly? Is what it wants us to do? Let's go see if we can find anybody along any of the spots that we've already been in to talk to. Just, you know, out of being generally
Yes,
thorough.
Hastings.
Can't go down there.
Main-
Can't
main
go
no.
there. Even though we know what those places generally are. I wouldn't be surprised if the new passage also leads to this area. As all roads seem to do. Oh! Here's Linda.
Hello, Monsieur Poirot. I'm sorry. I know I should have stayed at the hotel, but I had to get away.
It is of no matter, mademoiselle. I knew I should find you here. May I ask the questions?
Sure.
Yes.
Can you tell me how you spent the money?
After breakfast, I came here to Sanctuary Cove with Christine, Mrs. Redfern.
Okay. With Mrs. Redfern. When was that?
When was that?
We started off from my room just before the half hour. 10:25.
Alright.
What did you do when you got here?
I swam, then sunbathed, while Christine sketched the gully moors. Then later I went back in for a bathe, and Christine went back to the hotel to get changed for tennis.
Did you like your stepmother, mademoiselle?
Oh yes, Arlena was kind to me.
Aww.
Did your father and your stepmother ever quarrel?
Oh no, Father doesn't quarrel with people. He's not like that at all.
Any idea who might have wanted to kill your stepmother?
Have you any idea
You have
who
any
might
idea?
have wanted to kill your stepmother?
You know who did it?
Well, I hate to say it, but Mrs. Redfern might want to. Her husband was in love with Arlena after all. Not that I think she would really want to kill her. I mean, she'd just feel that she wished she was dead. Monsieur Poirot, that isn't the same thing at all, is it?
Not really,
No,
no.
it is not at all the same.
You know, disliking someone and being like, ah, yes, I'm gonna go kill this person are different. If you kind of wish they were dead, I mean, I would say there's a line between the two somewhere.
What time was it that Mrs. Redfern left you?
11:45.
Okay.
Are you sure of that time?
Oh yes, she asked me. She didn't want to miss her tennis game. I looked at my watch. It was 11:45. It keeps very
Alright,
good
she
time.
knew the time.
I know I can't show you now. I left it in my room when I changed after bathing.
When did you return to the hotel?
Just about 1 o'clock. And then I heard about Arlena.
You filled a prescription for your stepmother today?
What? Oh, yes. Yes, I did. Just a while ago. Trinol.
And where is the Trianol now?
I put it in her room. There are evil people in the world. They need to be punished. But Mrs. Redfern isn't evil. I don't want her to get into trouble. She loves her husband, that's all. Don't you think?
I think she loves him very much. Oui, mademoiselle.
Look here, Poirot. There are quite a few more things we should be asking her. She clearly wasn't telling the truth about her feelings for Arlena, or about her father and Arlena never fighting.
Yeah, we found them fighting.
Hastings, That is a very troubled child. I think it would be very unwise to press her.
I think about it.
Besides, there is still more we need to discover about the events at Miss Potter's school for the young ladies.
There's no more dialogue with her, right?
I promise to speak.
Got it. Breaking.
Do not disturb him, Hastings. We may be able to take advantage of his absence.
Can we? Ah, fair enough.
Bit of a low.
He's working on it. He's working on it, Hastings. Relax. Literally, as we speak, he's shifting the clay around right now. Trianol, huh? Didn't we find Trianol? In someone's room? And it was in Arlena's room. I don't remember the room we found the Trianol in. And we don't have it anymore. Oh, this guy's back.
Afternoon, Mr. Poirot. Terrible thing, this murder.
Yeah.
I hope you get to the bottom of it.
I
Need
will.
a little stimulation to help you think. Choose from the menu if you like.
I say, some tasty concoctions here, Poirot.
Wait, what? I could just pick whatever? Alright, chat. What are we in the mood for? What is... Oh, I thought this was egg sugar. I'm like, what the fuck is egg sugar? But no, this is egg and then sugar. Absinthe, Cointreau, lemon juice, egg, and sugar. I see. I want the drink with egg in it.
I shall have the absinthe flip, s'il vous plaît.
Right you are. There you go.
Merci. Hastings, we must stay alert. I order the drink only for appearances.
Alright.
Whatever you say, old man.
Only for appearances.
Afternoon, Mr. Poirot.
I say.
Do we actually drink it? Or do we just have it now? I was hoping that I could fill my fucking,
Afternoon.
inventory with
I
random
see.
drinks. Let me get the brandy, too.
I shall have the brandy Alex.
Right you are.
But is there a point? Is there actually a point to me, like, doing
There
this?
you go.
Merci. Hastings, we...
Whatever you...
Afternoon, Mr.
I say.
I don't think there's actually...
I shall have the gin...
Right you are.
I don't think there's actually a reason to be doing this. What if I ordered everything on the menu?
There you go.
Merci. Hastings?
Whatever you...
Didn't say anything different.
Afternoon, Mr.
I say.
I shall have...
Right you are. There you go.
Merci. Hastings?
Whatever...
Afternoon.
I say.
Old-fashioned?
I shall have the
Right you are.
It is customary
go.
to get absolutely
Messy.
fucked up before detectiving, right?
Hastings.
Whatever.
That is how this works, right?
Afternoon, Mr.
We gotta sharpen
I
the little
say.
gray cells. And how better to sharpen the little gray cells?
Sorry, sir. All out of dark rum and grenadine, I'm afraid. Plain George. It's his favorite drink.
Allow me the
Oh.
contribution.
Dark rum. I can certainly use this. Thank you, sir.
I say. Some tasty concoctions here, Poirot.
Was that it?
Sorry, sir. All out of dark
Allow me the contribution.
cough syrup? I can't serve cough syrup to my customers.
Why not?
I say. Some tasty concoctions here, Poirot.
Wait, why not? Oh, whoa.
Sorry, sir. All out of dark rum and grenadine, I'm afraid.
Allow me the contribution.
Cough syrup?
I say.
Oh, so we can get the
I
stuff
shall have
for
this
this.
Right you are.
Can't believe we offered a fucking cough syrup to mix with the dark rum. Absolutely wild.
There you go.
Messy. Hastings.
What?
Afternoon, Mr.
I say.
So we want to get him
I shall have
Right you are.
the grenadine. Okay.
There you go.
messy.
It's gotta make a
Hastings?
flaming mo.
What?
What's a flaming mo? What's that? Oh, she's back. Hi.
Madame Castle.
Mr. Poirot, Colonel Weston has informed me that I am to give you my full cooperation. He suggested that I allow you access to whatever you need in the hotel, no matter how private.
I hope that does not distress you unduly, madame.
Well, my duty to the owners, but I have little choice. Here is the master key. This will unlock any door in the hotel.
Oh, shit.
Merci, madame.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That's absolutely wild. We got the master key. Is this like the master sword? I'll see too young for Simpsons references. Is that a Simpsons reference? I haven't seen The Simpsons in probably 20 years. Honestly. Shit. Yeah, no, I don't think. I think I watched The Simpsons when I was 5, and then not again after that. This is a cartoon that they just kind of put on. I'm gonna be right back. I really gotta pee. Have you seen The Simpsons since then? Oh wait, so did I. Oh shit. Like, guys. How long has The Simpsons run? How long did they run? They're not still going, are they? God. Fucking old. I'll be right back. Since I'm gonna get up for a self-care break, that means everyone else needs to get up for a self. Right. Get up, stretch, relax, use the bathroom, do all that fun stuff, and we'll be right back. Boop. Sorry about that. I'm back. It took a little bit longer than I expected it would. My bad. Started in 89, still going. Most folks think it went downhill after the 90s, though. What did they change? I wonder what people think brought it down. '89. Wow, that was well before. That was so many years before I was born. Holy shit! It's a lot. A lot of varying opinions with just changing writers and whatnot. Overtime is the big one. What is the show about? Like, I don't think I know. Is it just like a show? Is it not about any specific thing? Is it just kind of exists?
Can you account for your movements between 11:15 and 12 this morning?
Well, from 10 o'clock till 11:15, I was seeing to it the staff were all performing their duties. Then that the dining room was cleared and made ready for luncheon. That was until noon. It was a very ordinary morning, and until...
Quite so.
Did you notice any of the guests behaving unusual?
Did you notice any of the guests behaving unusually?
Let me think. Mr. Redfern seemed agitated, underfoot, asking if anyone had seen Mrs. Marshall.
What time was this?
Between 10 and 10:30, I would say.
I saw that music peeking the mic there. That's one way to get in trouble. Sitcom that was a parody of earlier sitcoms of the era, Married with Children, etc. Oh. Episodic, this family, the people around town get up to shenanigans. There's no, like, meta plot. Got it.
Tell me about the sandwiches and flasks of coffee prepared for the guests this morning.
Mr. Lane asked for sandwiches and coffee. He was planning on hiking, I believe. Mrs. Marshall asked for coffee only. Those were the only requests this morning.
How early are they put out on the table in the dining room?
Directly after breakfast. No later than 9:30. I wonder if you would excuse me. This has quite unsettled me, I'm afraid.
Of course, madam.
She's rattled by more than the murder.
You are correct, Hastings. The idea that I would have access to anything here in the hotel obviously includes the contents of her safe.
Think she'll do a bunk?
If she makes the... what was it you said?
Think she'll try to sneak away?
Oh, yes indeed. It is good that Colonel Weston is prepared to have her followed.
I don't think I ever heard of Married with Children. That one's definitely before my time, for sure, 100%.
Eso...
Very, very, very much so. Where's our master key? This is the master key? Does this open the safe in the hotel as well?
I confess that...
No. This does not open the safe. But this does... Boop.
The safe, it... Good. No.
And we can't take it
They're
now.
common enough.
We will leave it...
Okay.
These codes.
We've already seen it, but... I've seen clips and stuff of The Simpsons over the year, but I don't remember having watched any of it enough to have any, like, clear, like, understanding of the show. and all it has to offer, if that makes sense. So now we can open any door here, right? There's no door that is...
Believe me when I tell you, Hastings.
Okay. Gonna be of non-use to us.
This may be important. I'll keep it in my notebook.
What is this? Documents. Okay. Millie Parsons' letter. Dear Emily. It is... A what? A what world? It is a something world we find ourselves living in. Ourselves in, isn't it? I think only when I dance can I put it... You have given me that escape. I can't read this. Give me that escape and so much more. I can't tell you how much your friendship means to me. Love, Millie. Aww. But I could tell that they're not happy. That was a girl who passed away, right? The kid? Oh. That one was 87, but it was just an example of a long line of sitcoms with the same basic archetype. Bumbling doofus husband, nagging overbearing wife, delinquent and all smart and beleaguered by the shenanigans kids. Each episode stands on its own or just thrust into some kind of bizarre situations. Got it.
Poirot approves of the symmetry. Poirot.
So that's pretty much what the Simpsons have to offer then, huh? Understood. Is it enjoyable? Should I sit down and watch through all of The Simpsons right now?
This document bears further study.
A document. Let's see. Letter of regret. Mr. Gardner, I cannot tell you how much I look forward to playing Irina in your production of Anton Chekhov's marvelous Three Sisters. I'm sure your little theater would have mounted a magnificent production equal to a play of that stature. Fortunately, personal emergency has arisen that forces me to travel immediately to the United States and remain there during the months we plan to be in rehearsal. I must resolve from your production. I am devastated to disappoint you, but I really must see this personal matter. I'm sure you'll forgive me. I hope we'll have another opportunity to work with one another at some future time. Devotedly, Arlena Marshall. Huh.
Believe me when I tell you, Hastings.
Nothing of interest. Is this... He owned a theater. He did own a theater. Huh.
Interesting. I'll put it in my notebook.
Three Sisters, Anton Chekhov's, starring Alita Short. Huh. Stood out for being A, animated, and B, especially well written early on. And I think you'd like the first 10 to 15 seasons or so. To be honest, I think you'd like the first 10 to 15 seasons. Naturally, with the caveat that it's 90s humor, so there's occasionally a bit of eh. But I think that's understood when watching 90s humor. Huh. Maybe I'll sit down to check it out then.
This room belongs to Mr. Blatt.
I'll probably remember some of it. When I would have watched it would have been in like late 90s, early 2000s. I probably will remember a little bit of it.
Ah, beautiful and without clutter. Quite
What's that?
interesting.
Is that moist? What is that?
Say, what caused that oily spot?
My nose tells me it is some kind of oil. A test would determine it more precisely.
I say,
My nose tells...
Yeah, I was just about to ask, what the hell is Weekends at Bernie's? Is that the one where they like puppet a dead body? And I only know that because we were having a conversation about yeah, we were having a conversation and that was brought up in the garden. Love. Okay, there's an oily spot there. How would we test that?
Fascinating.
So what happened with Weekends at Bernie's? That it got Weekend at Bernie. Like, what does that mean? To get Weekend at Bernie?
I do not think...
Nothing there, nothing around here. We know that this room has something faintly of interest, so we'll jot that down in our head. Horace Blatt's room. Here's Stephen Lane's room.
if I remember correctly, this must be Stephen Lane's room.
Oh, I think I understand. A few more seconds of thinking about it. Do you mean like it was it's being puppeted around like a corpse? That The Simpsons in it of itself is dead, and they're just like stringing it around, trying to make waves with it. So, two employees taking a vacation at their boss's vacation home, but they find him dead, so they have to pretend he's still alive, so they aren't suspects by basically puppeting his body around. And basically, I mean, The Simpsons should have reached a graceful end like 15 years ago, but Fox just sees dollar signs and is still keeping it alive well past the point it should be. Got it. Cool, I figured it out then. Neat. This is where the triangle
My dear
is.
Hastings. Although I am sure...
So we've been in here before. Is it a different one?
A bind.
Not so unlikely.
Revelation, thou sufferest that woman, Jezebel.
It's different. I remember this guy being a piece of shit. I don't like this guy. I'm not like a lot of the really hardline folks that are like, The Simpsons were never good after 1998. Like, there is some good stuff in the early 2000s. By the late 2000s, I gotta agree that it really was not amazing, and it just kept getting worse from what I've seen. In what way worse? Like, how so? So the show's getting worse? What kind of
Mr.
shit are they
Poirot,
doing?
you gave me such a start. I'm all nerves.
Is all well, mademoiselle?
What were you doing in your bath yesterday? It was such a mess.
Oh.
It took forever to clean it up.
It is a little hard to explain that...
Well, never you mind. I took care of it. It's my job.
How are things between you and Monsieur Will Jenks?
Mr. Poirot, the Marshall girl told me that there is nothing between her and my will. Everything's patched up.
I am so glad.
She also told me that you had a hand in clearing up that mystery. If you need a helping hand in this horrible murder case, you just let me know.
Oh my god, she's mad. I'm like, what the fuck was Poirot doing in the bathroom? The fuck? Poirot, excuse me? And then I'm like, oh yeah, we cleaned the bird. The fucking oily ass bird. We cleaned the bird.
Pardon me, sir.
That's fucking funny. She's like, what the fuck did you do? And we're like, Laval. Funny bird. Funny bird, go bird. Funny bird, go bird.
These are the binoculars.
Fucking oily
These are the-
ass bird. Oh my god. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to keep going today. My throat is just like progressively getting worse. It's a little scratchy today. I don't know why. It's feeling like it's at the start of getting sore. Like maybe I'm getting sick almost. Unfortunate.
A rather touching photograph.
To kind of do, maybe you could do one of those 3-hour video essays on. But in short, changing writers a push toward Flanderization of their own characters. Ironic considering the term was coined in reference to them. Basically means characters becoming more and more defined by their iconic traits to the point that they're a caricature rather than a complete character, and a focus on trying to make their humor topical, which misses more often than it hits. Plus, it runs into the we've already kind of done everything problem every long show, running show has. Oh, unfortunate.
Mrs. Redfern's sketching supplies.
Ooh, sketchbook. Can I go in there? No.
I think this room belongs to...
I think you're right.
I believe
We've been in this room so many times already. The 8th season of Fuyura was so sour too. Fuyura? That's such a sweet ending. Ruined it to make shitty 2020 jokes. Futurama. Oh.
we will not be searching Mademoiselle Darnley's room. May I put to you some questions, Mademoiselle?
I've never actually
Of
seen
course, I'll do
Futurama. Is
anything
that
I
what
can
it?
to help.
Could you please tell me of your movements this morning?
I had breakfast shortly after 9, say 10 past. Then I collected my book, spoke with you in the lobby briefly, and went to read at the Ledgers. That must have been about 25 past 10. I came back to the hotel about 10 minutes to 12, got my tennis racket and played until about 1.
From about 10:30 until 20 minutes of 12, you were at the Ledges and never left there during that time?
Not entirely. At about 11, I went back to my room to fetch my sun hat. I saw Kenneth Marshall typing in his room.
Indeed. From the hall, perhaps? Or the balcony?
The hall. His door was slightly ajar.
What kind of shitty 2020 jokes did they make?
Did you see Madame Marshall this morning?
No.
You did not see her as she paddled her float round to Cutter's Cove?
No, she must have gone before I got there.
Did you see anyone at all on a float or in a boat?
At the Ledgers? Possibly Mr. Blatt. At least I think it was his boat. It had a white sail, though.
You didn't see Monsieur Redfern and Mademoiselle Brewster when they rode past?
No, I don't think I did. You see, I was reading, only glancing up occasionally.
Did anyone pass you on the path?
I was on the lower ledge. Unless someone had called out to me, I doubt I would have noticed them.
You were, I think, acquainted with Captain Marshall?
He is an old family friend. We grew up next door to one another, although I had not seen him for a good many years. It must be nearly 12.
Were the Marshalls on good terms with one another?
On perfectly good terms, I should say.
Monsieur Marshall, he was very devoted to his wife?
Ken, Mr. Marshall, is rather old-fashioned. He hasn't got the modern habit of shouting matrimonial woes upon the housetop.
Did you like Madame Marshall?
No.
Why was that?
She was bored to death with women and showed it. On the other hand, men were a very different story.
Do you think her husband was aware of her interests in that line?
I think that he accepted his wife quite frankly for what she was. He had no illusions about her, but I could be wrong.
Do you know of anyone with a grudge against Madame Marshall?
Only wives. But since she was strangled, I presume that it was a man who killed her.
Mademoiselle, may I ask a favor of you?
You found my typewriter, Monsieur Poirot. I am in your debt.
What would you have me ask, Hastings?
Piece of fabric for me.
Could you compare some pieces of fabric for me?
That one.
I
so we
would be
can see.
happy to. Fabric is something I know quite a bit about.
Merci. The perfect favor to ask. You are learning to exercise their little gray cells with great skill.
Yay!
It would
My
seem
gray
the obvious
cells.
request.
My gray cells!
This cut piece is fine silk. From a lady's hat, I would say. The torn bit is rayon, inexpertly dyed.
Many thanks, mademoiselle. I thank you for your cooperation.
Please don't think me rude, but I need to be alone for a while.
You're fine. Don't worry about it. The Simpsons, everyone loved was stuff like Homer accidentally eating a pepper that was too hot, going on a psychedelic trip in the style of Carlos Castaneda. The writer who established the trope of the Native American spirit journey. We're talking the Coyote. We're talking Coyote ultimately teaches him to appreciate his family more. The newer episode to do things about plant-based burgers. Or people wanting the new iPhone. Election one, COVID ones, there were more. I just blanked that show from memory. Damn. You're talking Futurama, right? Damn.
I'd certainly
The
like
fuck?
to see what Miss Marshall has stashed in there.
Then the combination to the box, it must be found. Trial and error will not open it.
Why not?
Baffling, Poirot.
Why won't it? Hold on, why won't it?
Baffling, Poirot.
I'll fucking show you a thing or two, Poirot. I'll fucking show you. Hold on.
Baffling, Poirot. Baffling.
There's not that many combinations. We can do it, Poirot. We can do it.
That's a rather nasty-looking stick pin.
What's wrong with it? Why would we take it? Unknown substance adhering to the shaft. Oh, okay. What's this?
Linda's watch. It agrees with yours exactly, Poirot.
Therefore the watch, it is correct to the second.
Nice. Oh shit, what is that?
More green fabric. From the ashes, it looks like quite a bit was burned here.
Oh, fuck. I forget entirely what I was going to ask about the show. Because now my thoughts are racing about this. What is this? Found in Linda Marshall's fireplace. We'll have to ask her to take that too. And what is this? Burnt hair? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Could you examine some fabric?
Let's see. This burnt fabric is rayon from the same piece as the torn fabric you showed me before.
Merci once more,
What?
mademoiselle.
Please leave.
What? Interesting. Interesting. Eyes emoji. Linda. This kid fucking has pieces of her mom's hat.
Forgive the intrusion, Captain Marshall. My condolences. Forgive me, but I must impose upon you.
Carry on.
Poirot, I just saw a shadow by the balcony door. I think someone is out there listening.
Ah, well, we will let them listen, I think.
Oh shit?
Mrs. Marshall was your second wife?
Yes,
You have been married how long?
just over 2 years.
The marriage? It was a happy one?
Certainly.
Are you sure?
Have you any idea who might have killed your wife?
None whatever.
Had she any enemies?
Possibly.
I say.
Oh?
Don't misunderstand me. Arlena was an actress. She was also a good-looking woman. She aroused a certain amount of jealousy, envy, hatred, malice.
From men as well as women?
Mostly women.
Was Mrs. Marshall previously acquainted with anyone in this hotel?
I believe she had met Mr. Redfern before, at some cocktail party.
How did you spend your time this morning?
I breakfasted downstairs at 10 minutes after 9 o'clock. After that, I went down to the bathing beach where I saw you. I had a quick bathe. Let me see. At about 20 minutes to 11, I returned here to type some letters. I typed until 10 minutes to 12. I then changed into tennis kit as I had a date to play tennis at 12.
Who else played the tennis?
Mrs. Redfern, Miss Darnley, and Mr. Gardner. I went down at 12 o'clock. Miss Darnley was there. Mr. Gardner and Mrs. Redfern arrived a few minutes later. We played for about an hour. Just as we came into the hotel afterwards, I got the news.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
9 o'clock. She was in her room opening her letters.
What was her manner? Unusual at all?
No, perfectly normal.
Did she mention at all what were the contents of the letters?
No.
You did not, pardon me, object to your wife's friendship with Monsieur Redfern?
I wasn't in the habit of criticizing my wife's conduct.
You did not protest or object in any way?
Certainly not.
Packet of lies. We overheard them arguing.
I can't tell either. This guy is like very much so not like moved at all by the fact that his wife is fucking dead. His wife is dead. He's just like, ah. Thank you, Akka. But I saw it first. One of my items were done being improved. So me and Aqua went to this thing called an Impalong in Worm. And it is where a bunch of like high level crafters will improve things for people, for new people, for people who are too lazy, for people who just don't have the skill. They'll improve like items and stuff up to like 80 quality. Higher quality items gets you benefits when using that item, such as cast times are faster, improving, I believe, like durability, and a couple other benefits depending on the item. And they'll take it and they'll improve it up to like 80, 70, 80. And this gets them skill because they get to improve a bunch of random items. And this also helps the community because now I have higher quality stuff that I couldn't do before. And it's all like free and super chill. I'm kind of enjoying this. I'm kind of enjoying the funny crafting game. Not gonna lie. It's very interesting. Very fun little community. People seem generally nice. The events are pretty cool. Yeah. I like it. I like Worm.
You will not deny then that Monsieur Redfern admired your wife?
He probably did. Most men did. She was a very beautiful woman.
You were persuaded there was nothing personal in the affair?
I never thought about it.
Utter rot.
Did your wife leave a will?
You know, I'm not sure.
This guy
Her
is full of shit.
solicitors?
Barkit and Applegood, Bedford Square. They handled all of her business affairs.
Was she well off?
Well, yes, her career was very successful, as I've told you. I would expect she was worth in the neighborhood of £50,000.
Then you would call your wife a rich woman?
I'll say.
I suppose she was, really. See here, Poirot. Aren't you getting a good way from the essentials of this business? What I believe or don't believe is surely not relevant to the plain fact of murder.
You do not comprehend, Captain Masher. There is no such thing as the plain fact of murder. Murder springs 9 times out of 10 out of the character and circumstances of the murdered person. Because the victim was the kind of person he or she was, therefore, was he or she murdered. Until we can comprehend fully and completely exactly what kind of person Arlena Marshall was, we shall not be able to see clearly exactly the kind of person who murdered her.
Was there anything else?
Not at present, thank you.
Feel free to nose around all you like. I need some air.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't get the beat on this guy. I don't know if he does not care or if he's like, it's like a case of bad acting, you know? I can't tell. He should be showing a little more emotion.
This is set.
This is his. Did we ever play with this one? No. Or yes. Doesn't seem like we could do anything with it. There anything over here for us to play with? Or was it just a conversation with him? It looks like it was just a conversation with him. Okay. That's fine. To her room. This is Arlena's room.
This room belongs to the beautiful Arlena Stewart, Marshall.
Okay. This is her bathroom.
I say, old man, are we looking for anything in particular in here?
We are indeed Hastings. We look for that which is not here.
Oh, that's a big help.
The trianol. We look for the trianol. That's
Alena
useful.
Masha's most delightful and expensive perfume. It is the same as that which we found in the cave.
Okay, that's good information. We found a bottle of perfume in the cave. This is an unmarked bottle. We're gonna have to go test that. Let's see, what is this?
Looks like ordinary bath salts. Poirot, open the lid.
I cannot, Hastings. The lid, it is screwed on most tightly.
So what do we do? I should take the brush. Boop.
There are red hairs caught in the bristles. No mistaking that colour.
Alright, so we have all that we can from here.
Although I am
looks like. Let's check around her actual room and not just her fucking bathroom. What is that? Is that another note?
This looks
Okay. Notes. JN letter. Darling Elena, God, I feel I didn't know any man. What? I feel like could go on feeling about a woman. Like I feel about you. I can't read this shit. I can't. It turns out that I can't read cursive. Turns out I can't. I cannot. Wary? Question mark about a woman? They don't teach kids SMAs. They don't teach kids cursive in school these days. Oh. No, I never learned. I never learned how to write it. I could, like, kind of read it sometimes. Like, that says, Darling Arlena, God, I feel that I didn't know any man could go on feeling. I don't know this one. About a woman? Wary? Question mark? About a woman? Like, I feel, or... I don't know what this scribble is here. I don't know what this is. Like I feel about you. Learned in like 5th grade, never used it again. Till I took my GREs. They insisted I write the attestation in cursive. So many people didn't know how to do it. They had cheat sheets available. Yeah, maybe if people don't know it, they shouldn't force it. What's the point of it? J. Ray won't prosecute now? It was a near save, though. A near Crazy. Oh, crazy. Oh, that's a C. Crazy. Oh, that's a Z somewhere in there. I don't... The fuck is that supposed to be? That looks nothing like a Z to me. I get... That tiny little fucking shit there is supposed to be a Z right there. That tiny little shit. I guess. Go on feeling crazy about a woman like I feel about you. Big money. I wanted to make big money for you. Can you forgive me? Don't forget me. But you won't. I know. You're mine always. One day, I'll prove it to you. One day, you least expect it. There I'll be. Until then, think of me. Cheyenne. Ew. Ew, what the fuck? Yeah, ew, what the fuck? Took me like 3 hours to read this because it's in cursive, but you know.
I'll just put this in my notebook.
How are you doing, Chris? This is
They
a
are
note
blackout.
to the woman who just died. This was a note that we just read that was sent to the
Believe me
woman
when-
who has died. She's dead. She was strangled. Do you know what you do to me? We're apart. I feel like I'll go mad. Arlena, last night was rapture. Last night was bliss. Holding you in my arms on the dance floor with the lights, mirror board above her head, played upon your face. It was like the flickering images. Aqua, your Raki is ready. Your they misspelled the shit out of Rake. So she really liked men. She was very out there, and so they sent her letters. She was a movie star who was very out there and did a lot of dating. Did a lot of fooling around. The fuck is Pat? Are these all letters from Pat? Never mind, it's all one person. You say I'm foolish to write such letters. Who the fuck is Pat? And I say I would be foolish not to, and besides I have no choice. Is that the Redfern guy? I must write. I must let the words flow to you, whether you choose to drink from the well of my passion or not. Stop, dude. That is up to you, but still the words must flow, yours until death. Stop, dude. Don't do that one. Ew, what the fuck? No. Hold on, I gotta cross-reference this name with the people real quick. His name is Patrick Redfern, right? Where are we? Henry Bailey. Major Barry. Horace Blatt. Is he gonna be here? Gladys. Henry Bailey. George Strum. Definitely. Arlena Marshall. Patrick Redfern. Okay, yeah, that's his name. Ew, dude. You're also married. You're also married, buddy. Jeez, dude. Those letters are, very, very interesting letters, buddy. So how are you today, Chris? Hopefully well. Was that bottle something I could grab? Or no? No. Alright, so we grabbed everything from where we could. Things are busy, but hopefully improving. I hope so too. I hope so too. Good luck. Good luck on things. We've already investigated all these rooms best we could. So, unless there's people just like out on the balcony here, which we should check because there was a shadow out there. Not this side. The other side is the one I was thinking. Okay, who's that?
You were right, Monsieur Poirot, weren't you?
What do you
Madame?
mean?
You asked me to have patience, and now Arlena has been removed from the picture.
Perhaps. But the manner of her removal is not something to celebrate, I think.
Why are you happy?
Oh, I'm not celebrating, I'm not that callous. But I do know that eventually that door will open, and it will be my husband standing there.
If you could give me an account of your movements this morning?
Of course.
Oh!
You see,
Oh!
on my way down to breakfast,
That's how I
stopped in to
figure
see
out
Linda
my
Marshall and
movements. That's how I
stop with her
remember.
to go to Sanctuary
Personally.
Cove. That was about 9:40. After breakfast, I saw you in the lobby. I sketched that man who at about
She's still
20
doing
past
it.
10.
She's still doing it.
Again, my thanks.
Then Linda and I set out for Sanctuary Cove.
Don't think about it. Just don't think about it. Don't think about it too hard. Everything is fine. Everything is cool. Nothing weird is going on here at all.
What time was that?
I think it was just on 10:30.
What did you do at Sanctuary Cove?
I made some sketches of the birds, while Linda swam and sunbathed. Have you seen them walk, Monsieur Poirot? Quite reminded me.
Ha! We will not dwell upon the birds, madame, if you don't mind.
As you wish.
Ooh! Ooh! Get it? Get it? Because earlier Hastings said that those little birds reminded him of his boyfriend Poirot. And now that's funny. That's funny. That is funny. Good, nice win, Hastings. Nice win, buddy.
What time did you leave?
Good one.
At a
Good win.
11:45. I was playing tennis at 12 with Miss Darnley, Mr. Marshall, and Mr. Gardner.
How did you know the time?
Linda had a watch. I asked her.
I see. And then?
I packed up my sketching things and went back to the hotel.
What was Mademoiselle Linda doing when you left the beach?
Oh, Linda went into the sea again.
Did Linda Marshall actually enter the sea before you left the beach?
Yes. Oh, yes, she ran down the beach. I heard her splashing in the waves as I climbed the path.
What happened after you went back to the hotel?
I changed into my tennis things and went to the tennis court where I met the others. We played 2 sets.
2 sets.
And were just going in when the news came about Mrs. Marshall.
How did you feel when you learned of Madame Marshall?
It was a horrible thing to happen.
Yes, yes, but you were so very surprised?
I think I see what you mean. No, I was not perhaps surprised. Shocked, yes. But she was the kind of woman.
She was the kind of woman to whom such a thing might happen. Yes, madame. That is the truest and most significant thing that has been said to Poirot today.
Okay. No, I didn't mean to go in there. There's maybe like 2 more places that I want to investigate before we go into town and start testing some of the stuff. And this is one of the places, and it's empty. I don't see anything here. So we go test some substances that we have access to. Oh, can we talk to them yet? Probably not.
May I have a word with you?
Colonel Weston told us to cooperate with you, Mr. Poirot, and of course we will, in any way we can. But this has been a very bad shock to me, and Mr. Gardner is always very, very careful of my health. Isn't that so, Oakley?
Yes, darling. Mrs. Gardner is very sensitive.
I appreciate you speaking with me.
Okay, you spent the morning here.
You spent the morning here, overlooking the beach?
Yes, we did. And not the slightest idea in our minds of what was happening just around the corner in that little cove.
Then you were here the entire time.
You were here the entire time?
Yes, both of us. From nearly 10:30, 10:25, until Oakley went to play tennis at 12. Isn't that right, Oakley?
Well, not exactly. I did run off to fetch your purple wool, if you'll remember. That was around 11 by the hotel clock. It took quite a few minutes to find it, I'm afraid. 15 minutes, possibly 20.
No more than 10 minutes, surely. I barely missed you.
Methinks she protests too much, Poirot. What is she frightened of?
Huh.
It is a question we must learn the answer to, my friend.
Interesting. That was kind of weird, wasn't it? She knows it was 10 minutes, but yet she didn't mention it.
Did you see Madame Marshall at all today?
We? But that is to say, no. I said to Oakley, why, wherever can she have got to this morning? First her husband comes looking for her, and then that good-looking young man, Mr. Redfern. I always wondered, why must he go running after that woman when he has that nice, pretty wife, all of his own, didn't I, Oakley?
Yes, darling.
She can babble all she likes, but I heard that hesitation, Poirot.
Did you notice anything that might have a bearing upon the case?
Why, no, I don't think so. Just that she was always around with young Redfern. Anyone can tell you that.
Did her husband mind, do you think?
Captain Marshall is a very reserved man.
That is all the questions I have for the moment.
We're devastated. We know nothing that could help. Aren't we, Oakley?
Yes, darling.
Huh. I don't believe you. I don't believe that you don't know anything that could help, actually. I I don't entirely think I believe that one. I don't know. It's kind of, this whole situation is kind of sus. Is there anyone in here today? Anything different? Anything changed? I doubt it. It does look like something is on the floor there.
The footprints.
Nothing different. Nothing different. Nothing different. But what is this?
Hello, another compass. This wasn't here before, and it's smashed.
A stroke of luck, that. It will make things easier in the end.
Huh. There's something. A compass, huh? What about it? Broken compass. No use. It's broken. It is completely smashed. Make our way over to the town, I guess?
Hello? Need the sea tractor, do you?
Before we get the sea tractor, I'm going to take another quick little self-care break. Both to refill my water and to use the restroom. So we'll be right back, yeah? When I take a self-care break, I ask that everyone take a self-care break. Get up, relax. Breathe. All that fun stuff, right? Get up, relax, breathe, stretch, all that good stuff. And take care of yourselves. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Let's get right back to it. I think we were just about to summon the sea tractor. I had to check on something. Yep. Okay, sea tractor time. Boop.
Yes, please.
On me way.
What a lot of police going back and forth. I guess it's true then. Murder's been done.
Yes, it
I heard
has.
it was that actress lady, Arlena Stewart, who died.
This is correct.
Good to have that Colonel Weston in charge. He'll soon get to the bottom of things. And I brought over Dr. Neasden as well. He does the autopsies at the hospital in Kingsbridge. Hard to believe that such a thing could happen here. I don't think there's been a death on the island since Tom Cutter was hung 3 centuries ago.
Interesting. So as we were heading out, he brought the doctor in. Huh. We got a couple things to test, and then we'll go around the rest of the town. See if there's anyone to talk to. We definitely want to do some testing over here, though.
What
Can we talk to you?
You have heard of the terrible tragedy?
The murder of that wonderful actress, Mrs. Marshall? Oh, yes.
I have been asked to investigate.
Well, I'm sure you'll clear it up as fast as you found my missing post.
Merci, madame. Did you see any of the hotel guests this morning?
Yes. Major Barry came in around 9:30. He wanted to use the phone. Then he declared it wasn't private enough for his needs and said he'd drive into Kingsbridge instead. What do you suppose was so private he couldn't call from here? It's not as if I'm one to gossip.
Of course not. Did you see anyone else?
Yes. That young stepdaughter of Mrs. Marshall's came in to refill a prescription for her.
What was the prescription?
A sedative. Trianol.
When
Okay.
was Mademoiselle Marshall here?
Why,
So
it
they
was only a
did
little
get
while
the
ago.
Trianol.
Right before I heard the news of the murder.
Hold on. Arlena was well dead by that time.
Indeed. She had no more need of the sedatives.
Oh.
Thank you, Madame Hughes. That is all my questions.
May I help you, sir?
No, merci.
Interesting. Okay. How do we... What can we... There's a hairbrush. Can we do anything with this? No. Can we, like, test the hairs against these hairs?
Hastings.
No.
An inter-
Can we... Not the perfume. There's something here. Cosmetics, maybe? Drugs, food stuff, oils and waxes, perhaps?
The substance on the stick pin, it is candle wax.
Is it? Okay, so on the stick pin we found candle wax. This fabric was burnt. There's no need to do anything with that. How about this? This is the perfume, right? Cosmetics, perhaps?
The substance contained in the smashed bottle found in Cutter's Cove, it is perfume.
Okay. I figured as much. perfume. Is there anything else that we can test with the stuff that we have on us? There's an unmarked bottle, right? Take that unmarked bottle. I don't know, perhaps drugs?
I am sorry, mon ami.
Not drugs. It's not blood, is it? In the fucking unmarked bottle? It's cosmetics. Are we sure?
The liquid in the unmarked bottle from Madame Masher's bath is the color that made her hair such a striking shade.
It's hair dye. Oh. Okay. Is there anything else? Am I able to use this to make this open easier?
Pardon.
No. Spatula to spatula the thing? No. Worth a shot trying to like jimmy the thing open. Coffee flask. Can we be sure that this is coffee? Coffee. Food stuff.
I am sorry.
Not? Food? What? Coffee isn't food? Coffee is drugs? The fuck?
The substance in Elena's coffee? It is trianol, a powerful sedative.
A powerful sedative. Huh. Fuck. There was a sedative in her coffee? Well. Test this under the microscope. Okay. Boop.
Ah, almost there. I do not...
Do we not think that's appropriate? To get the hair from the brush, maybe? How would I get the hair out of the brush?
I am...
This is how I would do it. No? Just pull some hair out. No? Just tug on the little hairs. Just get them right out of there. You know, normal. I don't know. Oh, I guess I could test the bottle, can't I?
I am so...
Alcohol is food, but the fucking coffee goes under drugs? The fuck?
The grenadine, it is composed of the juice from the pomegranate, sugar, and water.
Pomegranate, sugar, and water. Is that how you make grenadine? Interesting. Is there any other random shit that I could test here? While I'm here? I mean, might as fucking well, right? The feathers? The feathers! Put the feathers in there, yes!
The blood found at the monastery ruins, it is from the chicken.
Okay. Okay. Cough syrup? Test the cough syrup? So everything that can be tested, it does let me just kind of test. Which is nice. Okay.
May I help you, sir?
No,
Not
merci.
really, no. Thank you, though. Let's go over here. Can you help me
We
with
have
any
quite-
books? No books. Bookless. Can I send a telegram? This.
Thank you, sir.
And then one more.
Thank you, sir.
Cool. And then we'll come back in a bit and see if either of those get back to us. Hair samples under microscope test various substances that relate to the murder. Well, the next set of hair samples come from the brush. What can I do with this?
Can't say I see much point in hanging on to a magnetic sliver of metal, but you never know.
As you say, Hastings, you'll never know.
Might as well check all of this while I'm here. So we acquired the hair sample. Okay. Put that under a microscope. Boop.
Hastings, this is important. Would you not agree?
Are these the same hair? She was burning her mother's hair. And a piece of her hat. This is the magnetic fragment. Attached to a spanner. How would I collect the oils from the... That will be the question, is how do we collect the oils from the suitcase to check the suitcase?
I'm not in the mood to talk.
Oh, that's fine. Don't really see much need in hanging around with this person right now anyway. Does he want to play darts yet? Darts?
Fancy a short game?
Yes,
No, merci.
yes. Oh,
Oh, as you
sad.
like.
Hello, Poirot. Seems like the old place isn't so dull anymore.
No, it is not. Proceed with care, Hastings. We have need of Monsieur Blatt's assistance.
I must...
Righto.
Sit up for a moment. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. turns. Sorry about that.
Where were you from 11:15 and 20 of 12 this morning?
Easy. I put out in my yawl about 9, then spent the morning zipping up and down the bay. Just got back a few minutes after 1 and heard the news about the murder. Ghastly business.
Could you see Cutter's Cove from your boat?
Well, yes. I suppose I could have, but I wasn't looking, I'm afraid.
Can you shed any light on the murder?
If I was looking for a suspect, I couldn't rule out that Mrs. Redfern. Jealousy, you know, led to trouble before this.
Yes, unfortunately, Madame Marshall was strangled by someone with powerful hands. That does not suggest Madame Redfern. Hastings, do you therefore rule out all women as suspects?
Of course. No woman would have the strength.
We will speak more of this in a moment.
Good idea, Poirot. No woman would be strong enough to ever strangle somebody. Literally ever. All I'm saying is if someone ever gets strangled anywhere near me, how would I have the strength? No woman. Wasn't me. It wasn't me. Perfect alibi. Truly airtight. You cannot prove otherwise. Thank you, Hastings, I guess.
I believe you have lost a life ring buoy from your sailboat?
How did you know that?
I have found it. Your boat is called the Parsimony, is it not?
Why, yes, she is. A little joke of my competitors in the business world.
Hardware, was it? Do not press him, Hastings.
That's right. Listen, that boy's no good to me anymore. It was damaged in a storm. I've been trying to find another without much success. I even tried to beat Bagby at darts for the boy and his war, but I couldn't do it.
Perhaps I will try a game of the darts.
Good luck. He's the best player I've ever seen.
Finally, time for us to play darts? No way. No way. Play me, let's go.
That's your game, sir. Care to make a gentleman's wager?
Yeah, fuck it, let's do it.
I will play you for that life ring buoy on your wall.
Oh, very well. But it's worth 10 quid. Is it a bet?
£10 for a boy? That's highway robbery.
Only if he wins, Hastings.
And how will we win, Poirot?
I pegged you for a sporting gentleman the moment you first walked in here. We each start with 301 points. I don't have time for a complete game, I'm afraid. Whoever hits the highest score subtracts that from 301. We'll declare him the winner. Go on, you go first.
Okay. Oh no! Oh no! No! How do I... No! Oh shit. My totally real Wiimote can totally do this. The Wiimote that I'm totally using can do this, no problem. Absolutely. Oh no. What just happened? Did it work? Oh shit! That's 25. Easy, baby, easy game! I'm not cheating, I swear. No! Unfortunate. 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 20, 15, 8. Do I win?
Splendid throw.
Do I win? Do I win? Did I win?
A regulation die.
No. Oh.
Please, leave me alone.
Oh, I didn't win. Oh.
I have obtained...
I did win!
Poirot. Anything I can do for you in
I
return?
did win! Let's go. No. No, he said that he didn't have time. So he is running a business here, and he is like, you know. So he said quick game. He said quick game. I told y'all that my Wiimote could do it. I said that I'm totally cracked with the sauce. Y'all don't understand my dart throwing skills. I totally did not cheat and just had to press A to lock the cursor while I hit the motion button. No, I won that. Fair and square. Who would do that? Not me. That would be unsportsmanlike. I would never.
Do you have a compass I might borrow?
Not even once.
Well, I guess I could let you use my compass. Not much use for it sailing around Leathercombe Bay. Mind you, return it though.
Sure.
Do you have a winch handle I might borrow?
Winch handle? From my sailboat? Not bloody likely. How would I haul my sails up and down? If you'll excuse me, Poirot, I have some business to attend to.
I need it though.
Don't worry, I'll be around the hotel if you need me.
But buddy, I need it.
Poirot, do you think a woman could have strangled Elena?
Yeah.
In 1926 was the first woman to swim the English Channel. I believe she could strangle you with ease, especially if you asked such a nonsensical question.
Thank you, Poirot.
Then we should put all the women on the island to the test. Somehow.
Very well.
Hold on. Hold on. Wait, no, my alibi, no! No, my alibi, no! No! According to Hastings, not a single woman could ever strangle someone to death because they wouldn't be strong enough. Now they believe otherwise. That means I can't strangle anyone anymore. No. Miss playing Bart's used to have dartboard in my bedroom as a kid. What happened? You know you're an adult now, right? You could totally just get another one. You could simply acquire a new dartboard. Simple. Easy.
Poirot, any indications yet in Elena Marshall's murder?
Indications, yes, but there is still work to be done, Colonel.
Of course. How can I help?
Was it like a proper dartboard with proper darts, or was it like magnetic one? Because you might be able to get one. Oh. I don't know how much a proper one would be. You also might want to do magnetic anyway, for the sake of your walls. Hi, Spike Man. You're out and about right now? You're outside going to the grocery store? Well, I think everybody in that grocery store should go check out twitch.tv/Alice Moonfire right now. Just open your phone, go to the browser, type in twitch.tv. Oh. Sad. Unfortunate. Sad. You're already home. Found a cheap $5 dartboard in clearance before. Usually around Walmart. Got it. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, can you go back to the... Can you go back? Can you walk all the way back and tell them to come on stream right now? Word of mouth. Of course. You started to walk? Sad. Got distracted? Are we Poiroting? We are Poiroting right now. It's okay. It's okay.
Has the
You're
body
entirely
been
fine.
moved from Cutter's Cove?
Yes.
Don't worry about it.
Dr. Neasden is performing the
You're
autopsy
allowed
right now
to
in Kingsbridge.
not show up, Rosie. It's okay.
Did your men uncover anything new from the murder scene?
No, nothing, I'm afraid.
Too much food weight-wise, not eating-wise? I would recommend looking into a shopping cart. They are generally inexpensive. Most of the time, anyway. You know what? I'm not going to say that because I don't know. I haven't bought a shopping cart in forever. But look into, like, a shopping cart. You can put all your food in and, like, cart it around. It makes it a lot easier when you do big hauls. They could be very expensive, though. I don't know. They could very much be like $1 billion now. What am I eating? Oh no, you hear me? No, I was supposed to be stealth eating. No, you hurt my fork. No, I'm sorry. Fuck. Tink, tink, tink. No. Lamau. Clink of the plate alerted the guard dog. I know, Chi-Chi's been watching this whole time. Leave it to the fucking puppy to realize. I have the option between multiple shopping trips or one shopping trip every so often, so you can guess what I chose. Yeah. Of course. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, definitely think about getting a cart. If you're going to be doing those big hauls. I'm eating just some french fries and eggs. That's it. Easy dinner. Very easy, very quick.
Have you an answer from Scotland Yard on the sketch?
Yes, goes by the name of John North. Here's the report.
I will copy the important points into my notebook.
Nasty bit of goods there. Hate to hear he's in my district.
Have you the report on the Alice Corrigan case?
Here you are. As I said, it wasn't my district. Chief Constable in charge did all he could. Eventually he turned it over to Scotland Yard. They have a couple of men on it, I believe.
Merci beaucoup. I will make the notes of my own.
Husband's alibi looks unbreakable, and there are no other real suspects.
Do you have the background checks on the suspects?
Not yet, I'm afraid.
Oh, I'm muted. Fuck. Chi-Chi was barking, so I'm like instinctively muted. How could you? How could you do that? How could you? What did you end up getting for dinner tonight? What are you gonna make? Spike fin. Unbalanced. Can you give me a few to like think on that one? Just a little bit.
Mrs. Castle is very nervous. She may attempt the escape.
We're ready to follow if she does.
I have here the letter, written to Elena, signed only J.N. Do you think you could have Scotland Yard ask among her acquaintances in London if they can identify this man?
J.N.? It's not much to go on. Do you have anything else?
This photograph of the red funds was taken by a Jimmy Nash, as you can see from the reverse side.
Yes.
I will ask Monsieur Redfern if he knows Monsieur Nash, but please send it along to Scotland Yard as well. It may help.
Of course.
Did Monsieur Blatt report to you that his boat had been fired upon?
I'll say not. When was this?
That I cannot tell you. He mentions an accident in the storm only.
What storm? We've had fair weather for weeks now.
Then why would he conceal such an attack?
I could bring him in for questioning.
Not just yet, please. Again, I would advise only to watch his movements should he leave Seadrift Island.
I'll inform my men.
Good day, monsieur.
Cookies! Jolly Ranchers! Spaghetti! Hair! Hello there! Some Spam, yummy fruit drink mix, yummy dry milk, yummy apple juice, share. Cabot says they're the type to prefer chopping more often for smaller amounts. That's usually because terrible with longer planning. Yeah, long-term planning is hard. That means you gotta use your little gray cells. How often do you use your little gray cells? I mean, I don't use mine. And it shows.
Hello again, Mr. Poirot. How can I help you?
I have a few matters to discuss only. What can you tell me of hotel guest movements this morning?
Well, let's see. Mr. Lane came across on the sea tractor fairly early this morning, about 8, I'd say, and set off on foot across the moor. He hasn't come back yet. Major Barry picked up his car, thanks again for repairing it, and drove off to Kingsbridge just before 10. Say, 10 minutes of... Major Black came in from sailing not too long ago and headed for the Monk's Head. I've seen no one else except the police and Dr. Needston coming and going. Colonel Weston went back to the police station, I think.
Yeah, you know Mr. North.
Do you know Mr. North?
The day tripper gent with the binoculars?
That is he.
Haven't seen him today at all, but he has no trouble wading across the causeway on his own.
He has been visiting Seadrift Island often?
Every now and again over the past few months. Anything else I can help you with, Mr. Poirot? You did a bang-up job on that motor of Major Barry's.
Do you have the handle of the winch used for the raising and lowering of the sails?
No, but I can probably track one down for you. Come back later this afternoon.
Okay, we need that. Glad to know. So, we have another thing that we can check on. Sausage. Ooh. Not like having to go out to buy lots of things like so. It's a rice and mashed potatoes and stuff for easy stock meals. I used to love doing that when I had money. Sad. £8 to £10. Now I'm stocked for a week of meat and other stuff. That wolf for 2 to 3 weeks. Nice.
We have already sent the telegram. Are there any
I'll just check. Sorry, sir.
Sad. I don't think that he'll have the thing that we wanted. So we'll have to leave. Can I use a single gray cell more than once a week? Really? What do you use it for then? If you can't use it more than once a week, what do you normally use it on? Questionable mark. Tilt. Cabot. What do you use that grease on? What do you forget
Like
to.
a ride to the
Oh.
island?
Yes, please.
Sad.
Let's be off then. I have a theory about the murder. What if it wasn't murder? Suicide. I know what you're thinking. I know it's difficult to commit suicide by self-strangulation.
Yo, buddy,
What
what?
if Mysterious was choking on something like a chunk of apple or something?
I just you typed that, and I just muted to say that as you typed that. Well, no. Hey, yo, Unbalanced, are you there? Lurking? Perfect. I'm ready. Purple Bunny has very nice, soft, like, squishy arms. I like it. So myself, Elsie, very, very soft purple arms. Not purple. I wish purple. But very soft, nonetheless. I've been using lotion more recently. Smooth, soft skin. Soft. Love it. That's the compliment. I have very soft skin. That sounds weird. Sounds like a weird compliment, honestly. My skin is so good. I love my skin. It's real nice. Rubbable skin. So what do you think? If you think that that's a sufficient compliment, you can pass it. Give me a thumbs up, and I'll consider that that compliment succeeded. Alternatively, I guess I'll have to think of something else. I have skin, maybe. Maybe! Oh, eyes emoji. What? Maybe? What do you mean, maybe? What do you mean, maybe? What do you mean, maybe? Good compliment? Thank you.
I must speak with you.
Sir, Colonel Weston says I should answer any questions you might have. Murder. Isn't it horrible?
It is indeed. What can you tell me about the murder?
Nothing. Nothing at all. I had to go rake that tennis court again this morning. I was there from 10:30 until several of the guests turned up to play around 12. Can you believe somebody had been digging it up?
It is terrible.
No!
I am sorry you were put to so much trouble.
Oh, that's all right. It's not as if you did it.
This is a washout. He knows nothing.
He can still be useful, Hastings. See if you can find out how.
Hey. No one tell him that I'm the one who dug up the tennis court, okay? Poirot did it. Don't tell him shit. Don't tell him. No snitching, y'all. Don't tell him. Thank you, Unbalanced. How are you doing, by the way? I hope you're doing well. I'm glad to see you around again. Picked up red beans and rice from the store. Very good meal. Yeah. Speaking of cooking, I've really been wanting to make some red beans and rice. Do it. Do it and share. You won't. Do it and share. Hold on, I gotta do your back. Sorry about that. I had to get up for it. What if I'm just a piece of software? Then you would legally be required to tell us. I'm gonna find a way to play Doom on you? On a piece of software, question mark? Yeah? Makes sense. EP tired today, but that's usual. We'll start waking up then. Red bean with everything. Red beans are good. Also bought pudding mix. Chocolate and banana. Like mixed or different flavors? Illegal software. Lamau.
Do you know anything of fifth columnists operating along this coast?
Fifth columnists? You mean spies? Traitors? No.
No? But then he would not be likely to. Try again, Hastings.
Aw, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate you.
I saw Tom Cutter's ghost last night.
You did? Now folk will believe me. They thought it was just the liquid carriage making me see things.
Now, is this useful, may I ask? You told me you will be the Navy frogman soon.
Yes, sir. I hope this murder doesn't hold things up.
You can swim deep as well as fast?
I should hope so.
Mademoiselle Brewster tells me something was thrown into the rocky bath. Do you think you could swim down and find it?
I suppose I could under ordinary circumstances, but this murder has right unmanned me. If I had something that would brace me up, that might do it. Liquid carriage, if you catch my meaning.
Hastings, Hastings, Hastings? Have you learned nothing from Poirot? At least now we know the service George can perform for us. We lack only the means to enlist his aid. Oh, merci, Monsieur George. I will speak with you again.
You know where to find me, sir.
Oh, okay. I had the mute for a second. Sorry about that. Boy. The dude in Poirot's recording booth really needs to check his acoustics. Lamau. For real. So, I think I'm going to be wrapping stream up right here, so I could kind of just like relax. I'm gonna kind of stop talking for the rest of the night, as my throat, it's not really getting better, but it's not getting worse, but it's not getting better either. And I'm sure talking isn't really gonna help. So, I'm gonna go relax until my tabletop session tonight. Thankfully, tabletop is on, it's all text, so I don't really have to talk during that. We're gonna call it here. Thank you all, as always, so much for coming to hang out with me. I appreciate it. Red beans and rice is American, so it's in Atsuki. It's kidney beans with veggies, typically some kind of preserved pork, bacon, sausage, ham, stewed together, and either mixed with or served alongside rice with Cajun/Creole seasoning. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever had that before. That sounds amazing. Definitely share. Alright, y'all. I will see y'all all, hopefully tomorrow, for, I'll see y'all all hopefully tomorrow for... Yeah, that looks good as fuck. Hopefully tomorrow for Midnight Suns. If my throat continues to feel really bad, it might be more of a no mic stream. If I start feeling more sick in any other way, then it will be a no stream. And I will make sure before 4 o'clock I do my best to let you all know that I will be unable to. But that is something to keep in mind. I started feeling sick by the end of the stream here. My throat is fucked up, you know. We'll see what happens. Some of you might have noticed that we have the goal for a new CPU cooler. And some of you might have noticed that I have reduced that goal in price. I reduced that goal, and I will be making an announcement about it. I reduced that goal because doing some research showed me... Well, okay, so I kept looking at the cooler, right? And I'm like, damn, that is 70 bucks. I need to make sure that the performance of this is going to be worth it. So I went and I found some benchmarks and stuff, and of course it's all taken with a grain of salt. And compared to the cooler that I currently have, the stock cooler, it's not really that much better. Like, it's an improvement, don't get me wrong. But it's not that much better. There are cheaper options on the market if I do, like, if I really were to, like, look into it. There are a lot cheaper options on the market that I can look into. I can consider getting better fans, which would probably also be cheaper and help push air around better, but something that completely blew over my head is the fact that, well, I had my computer on today for 8 hours. I've had my computer on today for 8 hours. It has not dipped over. Temperatures have not really dipped over 70 Celsius today. Elsie, what did you change? Oh, well, you know, I kinda cleaned my fucking fans a little bit. What? Cleaning your fans is a way to get better temps? Yeah, apparently keeping your PC clean, you know, saves you a lot of trouble. It is a cause of many problems. So I said, you know what? I don't think I really need it. Maybe I could look into, absolutely not. I do not need water cooling. Especially with pets, yeah. Yeah, it turns out that you want to be, like, routinely cleaning your PC. And I kept looking at it, and I'm like, it's fine. It wasn't fine. It turns out heatsinks are massive dust receptacles. Honestly, I barely wiped the top of it. I still need to... I'm gonna buy a can of air, like, right after stream today. I'm gonna go buy a can of air, and I'm gonna dust it out real good. And really, like, clean out these fans. No. Most PCs, you do not need water cooling. Rosie. That's like enthusiasts and ridiculous shit. I'm not doing any overclocking or anything. Do we used to do at work? Air compressor and hose? I could if I had an air compressor. Rosie, have you never seen like mineral oil like submerged? Some people do like mineral oil builds. This is disgusting, by the way. Once you do this, there is no turning back. You are locked into this. Okay? But you can do a mineral oil cooled PC. You can totally build your PC in an aquarium. However, consider that all of those components are absolutely fucked. And I hope that you never have to make a change literally ever, because you're not fucking doing it. You're not doing it. You're done. You are done. You are absolutely done. Yeah, exactly. It's over, actually. It's over. It's so cool, I want it. It is really cool. It is really cool, and if you can like maintain it, cool. Just make sure that your build is your build, and that's like it, you know? It is really cool. Don't know computers, I am dog. Don't build me for a PC. I'm sorry, Aqua, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. Don't use aquarium. Anyway, so you may have noticed, like I said, that the pricing's gone down, and that's because I decided I don't fucking need a CPU cooler. I need to clean my fucking PC, and possibly get some fans and replace the thermal base. So I lowered it down to be just enough for the SSD, cleaning supplies, you know, a couple cans of air, and the SSD, right? The SSD, a couple cans of air, thermal paste, because I want to replace it. And that, you know, that's it. Don't really need that much more. So I lowered it. From 150, we're down to 100. And honestly, if I could find a budget cooler that does better than the Naku one we were looking at, because I was seeing a lot of suggestions, then maybe we'll go back up a little bit. Or we'll do it again, but right now, I don't think I need it. I've been looking at my temps all day. We never touched 90. Maybe like once when I was fucking around. But like, we're teetering around like 70s, maybe. On some parts of the die, 60. Like it's 50. Like it's low. It's fine. Another round of like thorough cleaning, and things should be fine. Because like I said, I only really cleaned the top. I couldn't get deep in there without like a can of air. A good round of cleaning will be fine. And maybe another fan. And we'll be fine, you know? So yeah, that's where we're at right now. I'll make the announcement. I'll make sure that that's out today. And yeah, thank y'all. That out of the way, every dollar counts. So if you want to throw me some dollar bills, you can do exclamation mark donate, and it'll take you over to the Ko-fi. Or you could wait for the Ko-fi link to get posted in chat, as it does every so often. And yeah, I'll probably be hanging out in the Discord after this. Kinda no mic, kinda, you know, like out of it, not really talking a lot. I'm also going to be in tabletop game. So I'll probably like just kind of sit there and vibe while in my tabletop game. Man, thank you all so much again for hanging out. If y'all want to support the channel, you can do so by word of mouth. Tell your friends. If you can get at least one person to come watch the streams, such as Aqua has and Soreness has, then that's one extra person that has eyes on myself, and that's great, you know? We'll be back tomorrow, hopefully with Midnight Suns, and with that, let's find someone to raid out to, yeah? Who is currently live that I can read out to? Y'all know our raid message, right? Okay, let's do this one more time. Let's do this one more time. We tried yesterday. And it didn't work. Let's try today, shall we? /raid. Last one out. We couldn't do it yesterday. They raided. Remember? We tried to raid Lou and they raided before we could get in there. Let's try it again. Chicken is delicious raid. That's not the one. That's not the one. Close enough, though. I mean, it's the same letters if you think about it. Yeah, it's the same letters, basically. That one is just wrong. Anyway, goodbye, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, everyone.